ever since I've been off, I just got out of they took the tooth out, so I can breathe on my own now. But most of the time, I remember dreaming about me and Christopher. I pray to God I can make that thing.
I was diagnosed at 3, and the doctor said I wouldn't live past the age of 5. I just turned 30, so that goes to show that there is hope now. The medications are better than ever. I can get married and have children without passing HIV on to my future husband or child.
I was HIV positive.
I am kind of a pioneer in my field of being an activist. I came after Ryan White. I was the first African American youth to speak up and speak out. My parents were very different. They allowed me to be open. They wanted me to know that AIDS was something that happened to me, but did not define who I was. I started speaking at the age of 6. I hit that emotional factor for a lot of people. And I still get people who will come to me and say, I remember your story. I'm a part of the first generation of children who was born with AIDS. You want to see the day, because I get emotional here. You've seen the day where your friends have died, who you went to the hospital with. So now it's time to see the day when there are no more children born with HIV. I notice where we're missing the mark on where we could be reaching young people, especially when it comes to HIV awareness and prevention.
Is it really worth it?
So I'm in the stages of developing campaigns that I'm working on. I'm working on a book. I'm going to be doing a documentary, so one day...
What's the hardest part for you, Hydeia? Living with this disease.
Basically, that's like when your friends die. Anybody's gonna live, because I don't tell myself like, oh, you have AIDS, or I could go outside and get hit by a bus tomorrow, and you never know. If you stay in your bed and feel sorry for yourself and don't get up with the birds and just sit there and say, I'm gonna die, why get up and try and make a difference? But when you say, well, today's another day, I can get up, I can do something, make something positive.
People of color, ages 10 to 25, now make up more than 60% of the reported cases of HIV. And the majority of those cases are made up of young women, many of them whom are passing the virus on to their unborn children during pregnancy. And that's how Hydeia Broadbent became infected. Despite her sometimes tenuous hold on life, she has found meaning and purpose. The work of this incredible child is now helping many to live longer, healthier lives. A passionate advocate of HIV awareness, Hydeia has lectured at numerous colleges and universities and has appeared on Oprah, 2020, Good Morning America, and many other television shows. She is, in a word, amazing.
Hydeia Broadbent knows well the face of death.
This girl named Tiffany, she was in the same class I was. She had the AIDS virus, and she told me. And the next day she didn't come, but another came and told her she had died of the AIDS virus.
She's probably lost more friends in her 14 years than I have in my 50 plus.
Born drug-addicted and infected with AIDS, she was abandoned by her birth mother and was not expected to live till her 5th birthday.
I mean, major problems. Medication deteriorating her muscles, blood infections, Nicardia, Alternaria, Pseudomonas.
I had chickenpox 7 times.
She went sepsis. She coded blue.
I had VIPs to pneumonias.
She was getting diagnosed with infections and bacteria that I've never even heard of before.
Hydeia was kept alive by the love of her adoptive mother and experimental medications administered intravenously by a pump she wore in her backpack. Determined to throw a lifeline to others, she took her message of AIDS awareness to the world.
How many of you know someone with AIDS? Guess what? I'm afraid to tell you that you do know somebody with AIDS. I mean, you may not know, they may not know. That's the scary part. But you all have, at one time, have come in contact with someone with AIDS.
Hydeia is probably one of the most extraordinary children that I have met in her ability to be able to sense who it is that she's talking to and to be able to provide a message to that person.
You can be a friend to someone that has AIDS. And if you know someone in your family that has AIDS, don't act like it's the end of the world, because it's not.
She goes to school, she has friends, she does her homework, she speaks at major conferences, she educates teenagers around the world about ways to reduce the risk of becoming infected.
She speaks from her heart, from what she knows.
When I was in kindergarten, I sneezed and boogers came out, and she sprayed me with rat AIDS drops.
Having experienced such hurt and isolation firsthand, Hydeia is sensitive to the needs and feelings of others.
I hear stories of kids losing their friends or parents losing their jobs, and I didn't understand. And that's when I wanted to go out and help educate kids, because I thought that was so important for kids to be able to say, I have AIDS, or be able to take their medicine in public, or not have to be afraid of what people would think of them, or discrimination.
Hydeia is a blend of a child and somebody who's lived a full life and beyond.
Take care of yourself, and think about what you do before you do it, because life is choices, and AIDS is a choice disease.
Hydeia Broadbent, an HIV activist, has sadly passed away. She was 39. Hydeia Broadbent went ahead and shared her HIV story right away from the age of 5. She was diagnosed with HIV/AIDS at the age of 3. Despite her biological parents abandoning her at a hotel in Las Vegas and later being adopted by other parents that came in and took care of her, changed her life into something that inspired each and every person across the world. Hydeia never stopped being a kind girl, even at a young age, telling people about HIV/AIDS and advocating for love for the people that are having this disease across the world. Hydeia shared a lot of experiences when it comes to HIV/AIDS, and she taught us a lot that we did not know. I hope you guys are liking this video and have something to learn from this young girl by then, even though she died at 39 today. You may find that a lot of people are still having stereotypes when it comes to people that are having various diseases, but I'll specifically talk of HIV/AIDS. You may find someone segregating their own children, a sister, a husband, or a brother, reason being they have HIV/AIDS, yet no one is safe. Many are born with this disease, just like Hydeia, and it wasn't their wish. They did not go outside there to look for the disease, but unfortunately, life is what it is, and it's what it threw to them. So I think we have a lot to learn from Hydeia's story, and there is no need for you to segregate people with HIV/AIDS. However, it is okay for you to keep safe, but in case someone has it, maybe from your family or a friend or something in that category, just encourage them to live with it, take their medication regularly, and don't segregate them, because at the end of the day, everyone is a victim of HIV/AIDS. We have all lost loved ones. Every family in the world has lost someone to HIV/AIDS and other diseases in that category. So we are all victims. I hope you learned something from this video. Please drop us your comments on what you think and what you have learned. Send out your sincere condolences to Hydea's family and loved ones, and may her soul rest in eternity. I believe she did her part, and may angels receive her soul with kindness. I love you guys, and don't forget to subscribe to Touch Newspedia for your latest news updates and celebrity gossip.